Hello, Anna. So, hello. I'm gonna wait until more people come to start. So this is always the best moment where I'm just like, hi, where's everyone? At least Anna's here, always on time. Hi. So we'll wait just a little bit more, see if someone else shows up, and then we can start. Well, I guess I'll start talking anyway. So, as you know, it's the last journey to safe hip opening today. So we're going to working towards a frog pose, which is a pretty intense hip opening pose. So, of course, we're going to take it easy, and as always, for those who are not comfortable with the posture or with what we're doing, by all means, don't try to copy exactly what I'm doing. Just listen to your body and see how it feels for you, and just find your limit and never go over that limit. So, we'll go ahead and start, and this will be a replay anyway, so whoever wants to join later on can. So, I'm going to come back on my mat. So we're just going to start seated for now, so just find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands down on your knees, and before we start, we'll just bring ourselves back to the breath and reconnect to the breath. Hello everyone who's joining now. So close your eyes and sit up nice and straight, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Take a big inhale, nice and deep into the abdomen. Inhale, release the stomach. And exhale it out. Inhale again. And exhale. So just take the time to slow yourself down. If you're finishing your day at work, try to disconnect from whatever you were doing before and focus on what's going on inside, leaving the stuff that's going outside on the outside. And just find that moment of pause between the exhale and the inhale, that moment of silence where you recharge. Take a couple more deep breaths, inhaling, making space, and exhaling. And one more time, inhale and exhale. And with the next inhale, go ahead and open your eyes again. And still with our hands down on our knees, we're going to start making circles with the upper body. So just waking up the upper body and also in the hips. So we're going to inhale and bring ourselves over to one side and forward, opening the chest, and then over to the right side, round the back as you come back, exhale, and then inhale, come forward. So just finding a little bit of movement in the spine, in the lower back, upper back. Taking it nice and slow. If you haven't been moving for a long time, sitting down at the desk. And you can move your head also, so you start waking up the neck also. And then reverse that circle, so go the opposite way. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you come back. And one last time, come forward, inhale and exhale. Come back to center. And we're going to come on our hands and knees. So bring your hands under your shoulders. The hips, the legs are hips distance apart. And we're going to take just a couple of cat-cows before we start. Inhale, bring the chest forward, tilt the pelvis out. Exhale, press into your hands, round the back. And bring the chin in. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bring everything in. And one more time, inhale forward. And exhale back into cat tilt. Come back to neutral, tuck your toes in and press into downward facing dog. Send your hips up towards the sky with an exhale. If you need to, go ahead and pedal it out a few times, so bending the right and left leg a few times, just getting those hamstrings awake. And come back to center. And we're going to raise the right leg up slowly towards the sky. So take it slow, breathing into the back of the left leg. And when you reach up, bend the right leg and start making circles with the leg, just opening up into the right hip. And then open up the leg towards the left side. So bringing your heel towards the left side, trying to keep your upper body, your chest facing the ground. And then come back to center. And you're going to walk, you're going to bring your right foot to the front of the mat, in between your hands, and your back knee comes to the ground. Bring your chest up, shoulders over the hips. And we're going to start breathing down into the hips. So just lightly bring your hips down closer to the ground. And try to tilt your pelvis in so that you're not bending into your lower back. So you're bringing your belly in slightly. You can always bring your hands on your belly and on your back just to see that little movement as the pelvis tilts in. And just slowly bring your hips down. Don't just entirely flop down to the ground, because we still need to warm up the groin area. Maintaining the chest open. And then go ahead and bring your hands down on the ground on the inside of your foot. And you're going to slightly open your right foot towards the side of the mat and flex your foot so your knees facing the same way as your toes. And twist, look up, bring your right hand on your knee and look up, open up into the lower back. So you're slightly opening with your hand, pushing on your knee, but just gently. You don't want to abruptly open into the hips too fast. And press into the ground with your hand. And come back to center. And bring your right foot back, and we're going to come back up into downward facing dog. So go ahead and inhale and exhale. Your hips up to the sky. And this time the left leg is going to come up. So slowly bring it up, flexing the foot so the toes are facing down towards the ground. Breathing into the back of the right leg. And when you're up, as far as you can go, you can just bend the leg and start making circles with your left knee. So breathing into the left outer hip, into the groin area. And then go ahead and open the hip, so bringing the left foot over towards the right side. And then bring the hips facing back towards the mat. And bring the left foot to the front of the mat, in between your hands. The back knee comes down on the ground. And bring your chest up over your hips. Same thing here, tilting the pelvis in lightly. And sink down into the hips. And now bring your hands on the ground, on the inside of the foot. Slightly walk your foot towards the outside of the mat, flexing the foot. Press your right hand into the ground and bring your left hand onto the knee and twist over to the left side and lightly press onto the knee and open up in the hip and the lower back. And come back to center. Bring both hands on the ground and push back into a child's pose. You can open up your knees to the side and let your belly come in the middle. Sink down, bring your forehead on the ground. And let your hips sink down onto your heels. And make space for your belly as you breathe deeply in between your legs. And just relax your face for a second here. And let's come back up slowly. And we're going to sit down. And you can keep your left leg bent in towards the groin, so the heel is into the groin, and the right leg is bent out to the right side with the foot flexed. So you can plant your fingers into the back and inhale and bring yourself forward so that you're not rounding your back, you're sitting nice and tall. And then go ahead and bring your right hand on the inside of the right leg. Inhale up with your left arm. And then exhale down, sliding your hand down the right leg. And reach with the left hand over towards the right side. Remember to open your side body, so don't focus on reaching the toe. Focus on not collapsing your side body. And you're breathing all the way down into the lower back and the hip. Try to keep also your head aligned with your spine, so you're not letting your head fall down. If this is uncomfortable for your head and your neck, you can always maintain your head up with your right hand. Makes it a little bit easier on the neck. And then inhale. Come back to center. And bend the right leg and take the left leg out to the side. Flexing the left foot so the left leg is active. Same thing here, sit up nice and tall, pressing the hands in the ground. And bring your left hand on the inside of the left leg. Inhale your right arm up and exhale slowly down, opening up into the right side. Breathe nice and deep down into the belly, sending your exhale into any area of tension that there is. And then inhale slowly back to center. And this time we're going to straighten both legs out to the sides. So don't focus on getting your maximum, like you're not going into a split or something. Just find this comfortable zone for this opening, and same thing, flex your foot so legs are active. And we're going to slowly come forward in the middle between the legs. So you really want to focus also on activating your glutes, so you're making space in between your legs to come down, and your feet are as much as possible pointing towards the ceiling, so you're not letting them flop down. Can't see this on the camera, but I think I see what I mean. Hi Anna. Nice to see everyone. And just come down slowly. Now, if you're just here, you can just stay onto your elbows. If that's as far as you can go, just stay there and breathe into that. And if you feel like you can go lower, just go ahead. Give it a try. Don't focus on the aesthetic of the posture. And come down slowly. You can bring your forehead onto your hands if that's where you are. And let's slowly come out of the posture. So bring your hands down under your shoulders and come out. And we're going to bend both legs. So first bend the left one. And we're going to come into a fire log posture. And we're going to bend the right leg over the left. So you're going to take your ankle here, flexing the foot also, and bring it over the knee. So you want your foot to have a little bit of freedom. You don't want the foot to be stuck inside so you can't move it anymore. And you're just stacking your legs. This is why it's called fire log. It's like if you're stacking fire logs, literally. And bring your right hand on the right knee. And you're just going to breathe into the outer right hip here. So slowly your knee is going to come down. If this is in any way uncomfortable for your knees, please don't take the posture. And just slowly breathe into that area. And you'll notice that the knee lowers down eventually, just slowly but surely. Don't need to pressure it. Close your eyes here so you can just feel very slow changes. So this is a very powerful posture. And so we'll slowly come out of it. Bring the leg up. And now this time we bring the right leg under first. And bend the left leg, grabbing at your ankle, flexing the foot, and bring it over the right knee. Same thing here. Check that you have some movement in your ankle. And bring your left hand onto the knee, and just with the pressure of the hand, the weight of the hand, you're not pushing actively on it. And breathe into the outer left hip. So there might be one side that's way higher than the other. That's also perfectly normal. And close your eyes and breathe into the posture. Check if you're relaxing your face and your shoulders as you sit here. And slowly release the posture. And we're going to come into the frog posture. So this is also quite a deep hip opening. So we're going to open our legs to the sides. If this is uncomfortable for your knees, you can always put cushions under your knees. And you're flexing your legs and flexing your feet. So there's a little bit of a 90-degree angle, but your feet are slightly more open to the sides. And you're going to come down onto your elbows if that's possible for you. If this is already enough, just stay here. And then you can come down onto your elbows if that works for you. And try to have a line between your hips and your knees so you're not falling back nor forward. And slightly tilt the pelvis in so that you're not sinking into your lower back. And eventually, your hips are going to come down slowly, closer to the ground. So in this posture, we have to be very conscious and aware of how far you can go and your limits, because sometimes we tend to overstretch thinking that we go a little bit further, but actually our limit was before that. So just be very aware of the signals in that area. And breathe nice and deep down into your belly always. So you might not notice, but it's definitely making a difference, just millimeter by millimeter. It's going down. And we're slowly going to come out of the posture. So come up onto your hands and bring your legs back together. You should really feel a difference in the hip area with this posture. And let's just finish with a deep breath. So close your eyes, inhale, and exhale it out through the mouth. And thank you everyone who joined today. I hope you enjoyed this journey to hip opening. And we will be continuing with different focus for the next weeks. So mYani, the channel, will have a question for you and to let us know which one you prefer between a couple options that we will be giving you. So I hope you enjoy these options, And you can always do this class at any moment. Always is going to be in the IGTV. And I wish you a very nice evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. Just looking at who joined. Bye, everyone.